Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all feeling? Yes. How was the last panel? Who was there? Amazing. Love to hear. Oh, we have another amazing panel coming up. So my name is Nina. I'm an R&B and hip hop writer here at Billboard, and I'm so excited to introduce our next guest. So this rapper's name is absolutely on everybody's mind right now. Her latest single, Big Energy, took the world by storm and spent 28 weeks on the Hot 100. And she is one of the hottest things coming out of Atlanta right now. Her last record was her highest charting with Big Energy, making her the first female rapper to have an urban, rhythmic, and pop radio #1 at the same time. So everybody give it up for Big Latto. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey sis, hey everybody.
So, how are you feeling? You have had quite the year. You dropped your album on March 25th, 777.
Yes.
And you had this colossal moment with Big Energy that sort of went up. I know when I was on TikTok, like every other TikTok I saw was some big energy.
And my mom was sending me every single one. She know your song. I'm like, a lot of people know the song.
Right. I mean, then we saw Mariah knew the song and hopped
My
on
girl
it.
Mimi know the song.
Yes, absolutely. So how has this last year been for you?
Crazy, overwhelming in a good way. It's everything that I prayed for, I worked for. I've been rapping since I was 8 years old. If you don't know, I love to make that clear, you know. I love to make that clear. Like, it's been a long process, and I'm grateful for the come up and everything that's happening right now, because it's just 8-year-old me's dreams. Like, everything is a dream, was a dream, and it's real life now.
Does it still feel surreal for you, like even moments?
Yeah, very surreal. I'm like, when I was doing dress rehearsal yesterday, I'm like, I'm on Billboard stage, oh my God. Like, it's very surreal at times. So grateful.
Well, as much as it is an honor for you to be on that stage, it's an honor for us to have you here. I know that this journey for you has been long. It has not been easy. Like, you've been going at it. I know your name probably popped up for a lot of people recently, but you've been at it for years now.
Yes.
And so I kind of want to like take a moment to acknowledge that as well, like that this stuff does not happen overnight.
It doesn't. That's why I like to remind people, like, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, a lot of people are just now finding out about me, but I leave up like my whole imprint, my print on social media, like old YouTube videos and Twitter accounts and whatever, so people can see my come up and know that, oh, this was very organic. Like, she worked very hard to be where she's at today.
And that's so admirable, because I feel like a lot of times people make it seem as if like they just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's like,
why
that's
they
not,
do that?
I don't know.
Cause that's selling the dream. I swear that's selling the dream. It's not easy. Like, I will say I'm more grateful for our generation having access to social media and stuff now. It's easier, but it's not easy.
Yeah, and we're definitely going to talk about social media, because the topic today is the future of hip hop. And as we all know, like, for artists, for music consumption, social media has played such a huge role. So we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
But the first thing that I kind of want to talk to you about is, like, you know, we're talking about the future of hip hop. You're this bright artist that's like going to be a huge person within this moment and also within the future of hip hop, right? Like, you have not peaked. There is so much yet to come for you. So, like, with the genre being the largest genre by consumption right now, like, do you think hip hop is becoming the new pop? Do you think it's already the new pop? Like, how do you think it fits into that?
I mean, I think it's not even an opinion thing. Pop is short for popular, and it's the most consumed genre. It's the most it has the highest impact culturally, not even just musically. Like, you see hip hop's influence. So I would say, yeah, it's definitely the new pop.
And how do you feel like, sort of, obviously hip hop going mainstream over the last like even decade or so, like, that's obviously influenced the way that it sounds, right? Like, in what ways do you think the sound has been influenced by the fact that it's being consumed by such a bigger market now?
I think it's like different different accents being brought to the forefront. You got things like, I discovered like international drill on Twitter the other day. They're like,
I love some
this
UK
is
drill.
what Africa drill sounds like. This is what Italy drill sounds like. And I'm like, wow, like it's getting big. It's global. It's the new pop.
Exactly. It's so crazy too, because like I think before, like, you had little niches within like various cities or like cultures or communities, but like people weren't hip to it, right?
Right.
Because
right.
like you didn't have this large platform like a TikTok or like an Instagram to make the genre blow up, or
Right.
like a subgenre. But now like you have all these subgenres that are popping up on the charts,
Yeah.
and like we're moving towards kind of like a genre-less moment
Yeah,
within it
yeah.
as well. Do you think
It's
so?
fire though. It's
Right?
fire. It's fire. Like, to see all the representation in the cities, and like I said, the accents. It's just like, it's a lot of things going on at once, but it's all a part of one movement. So it's cool.
Yeah, and I think another thing that's kind of exciting about sort of looking to the future of the genre is it seems like things have been getting better for women in hip hop. Would you say so?
I would say so. I'm one of the biggest advocates for it. Y'all need to put some respect on these female rappers' names.
Absolutely.
I will say that, because to get to where we are, and then a male to get to where he is, baby, all shade, all tea, we got to go 10 times harder. So I think it's progressing, but we got some way to go. But I'm very
Yes.
grateful for its evolution. I think we have it easier for the females that came before us. Every time a female blows up, it's opening doors for the next female and making it easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think back to when like someone like a Nicki Minaj was coming up, and like
Yeah.
the fact that there was even one female rapper who like isn't Remy Ma or Lil Kim was like crazy.
Right.
You're like, wow,
Right.
it's a woman. Like,
Right.
oh my God.
Uh-huh.
And then like, you know, for her breaking the barriers that she broke, I think we need to give her props and her kudos, because Nicki really took on the brunt of things, I feel like she was facing so much backlash and so much criticism and so much critique, and I think in a lot of ways like she paved the way, right?
Yeah.
And so like now we're in this moment where we have so many amazing female rappers. Like I was looking at like different categories for like best female rapper, and I'm like, oh my God, like
The category is growing. Like, for so
Yes.
long it was like maybe 2, 3, 4 maybe females in the category. Now you got to sit there and really consider, like, who is female rapper of the year?
Right.
You know? Like, it's a lot of
yeah.
house doing their
Yes.
thing.
I mean, I know for me who is the clear choice. Like, honestly, like, in my opinion, for me, like, you are the hottest right now. Like, honest to God, like, it's no lies. No lies are spoken. No lies in my raps. Like, seriously, I think, like,
no cap in her rap.
right. Look at that. She just freestyled. Oh, look at that. Little rhyme up here.
She's a writer.
I'm a writer, you're a writer. Look at us. But yeah, like I think you're amazing, and I think there's a lot of other amazing women rappers right now. Like, who are some that you kind of look to and are like, damn, that's hot?
I be having to like separate myself, because I'll go straight fan mode backstage. Like, I be like, girl, I be working out to you. Like, girl, I be in that DM like,
Wait, who do you
girl.
work out to?
I work out to a lot of Flo Millie.
Oh, yeah.
I love me some Flo Millie. Lakia, because she got that like that grunge, like real raw rap aesthetic. She made me just go harder. I ain't gonna lie, I be working out to myself too. Is that cocky? Because I be working out, because I be like,
As you
it's
should.
giving boss. Like, I be hitting them squats for sure. But yeah, I listen to all the girls. Like, I personally listen to female rap more than male rap. I just think we hungry. Like, we know we got our foot in the door, and we just ready to just attack right now. Like,
And it's so much
our
more
aggression
relatable.
is there. It's like,
Yeah.
we want it.
Absolutely, yeah. And I feel like as a woman listening to other women, like it feels like you see yourself more, and like you see yourself in that story. Because like sometimes like when I'm rapping along to like a male rapper and it's some like very like anti-female lyric, and I'm like, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, you don't even really be wanting to say it, but it's like, okay, they popular, but now you got more options. Like, you
Right.
these girls is saying stuff that you can relate to.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And I be trying to like slip in stuff that might not even relate to me. Like, for instance, on It's Given, I was like working 9 to 5, and she trying to finish school.
we love that.
I ain't in school,
love
but I know somebody gonna feel
Somebody
that.
is.
You know what I'm saying?
Someone's in school and working a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah, and it's really like so important for people to sort of see themselves in the music that they listen to. Like, I feel like a lot of music is painting, like, you know, what we strive to have, but it's also good to hear about, like, you know, what we are experiencing,
Right.
what we are going through. And
Currently,
I think,
yeah.
exactly. And I think, like, that's one thing that this sort of female space that's opened up has allowed for
Yeah.
other women to kind of feel like, oh, like, this is about me.
Right, not about my Birkins.
Right. That I may or may not. So how do you hope sort of like the positioning of women will like continue to expand? Like, what do you hope to see in the future?
I would say I hope to see just representation of not just women, but like plethora of women. So like I feel like right now you got so many women representing different areas on the map. So like for instance, back in the day, it was female rap, but it was like mainly up north. Now you got like me, City Girls, Megan representing the South. You know what I'm saying? Like versus like Gangsta Boo, Lil Chad, Trina, they pretty much own it down, and that is what it is. Now you got West Coast, you got Midwest, like Lakiel, I was saying earlier. You got me, Amaretta, representing Atlanta. You just got a lot of, we got Amaretta fans in it. No, just like the representation, even different skin tones, like back in the day, you know, the whole light skin privilege thing. Now you got dark skinned women coming in and killing it. Like, so, you know, the Cash Dolls, the Flo Milli, you know what I'm saying? Just representation across the board, musically, accents, just, and we all got our own wave. Like, we don't sound alike. We not rapping about the same stuff. If you listen, they love to just paint female rappers one. But if you listen and give the girl a chance, we rapping about different stuff. We got different beach selections. We all representing our own city. It's a plethora right now.
Yeah, and it seems like everybody's kind of letting each other live. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, it feels like there's so much support and like camaraderie and like fellowship and collectiveness like between the women.
I think we taking that stigma away from the blogs and the fan bases when we follow each other on Instagram and we comment under each other's pictures. It might sound minor, but that's a big thing for female rap, or like collabing with each other, and when we doing our interviews, shouting each other out and just being honest. Like, I'm a fan of da da da, you know what I'm saying? It like rewrites the whole stigma where we gotta always be in competition and it can only be one at a time. Like, we are rewriting that.
Right. Because, you know, like the blogs will hang on to any string.
Yeah.
Any string.
Anything.
The smallest thing will turn into like, Latto doesn't like X person, or they don't. And they gonna do that, but it's just up to us to rewrite it, and I think we're doing it. Absolutely. That's I think such a beautiful thing that's happening right now. And I think you do play a role in that. Like, I think you know, your song is called Big Energy. Like, you have this big, beautiful energy. So
big.
We like that big energy too. Anyway.
You know, I had to tell them, like, females, we got that too. Let me tell y'all what that really is. Like, let me teach y'all something. But yeah.
So would you say that there's any other rappers that, it could be female or male, that like have kind of maybe offered you guidance or like offered you like a listening ear, kind of helped you through, you know, what you've been going through? Because like I said, like in the last year, you have really, like, your reach has like multiplied crazy.
Like, multiplied faster than I can handle. Like, at times I'll do my little clap backs and stuff, and then I'll look back like, why did you do that? Like, why did you do that? But it's a lot when it just happened at once. And 23 and you've been rapping like very like felt like you plateaued, and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, like, girl, who you talking to? Like,
and I mean, like, but let's take a second though. Like, she's 23, y'all. Like, can we give her a round of applause? Because this is crazy. Like, the fact that you lived through so many stages in your career and like in such a short amount of time, like, you've lived so many lives. And like, I can't imagine like how that feels.
That's why I just take it all in and I just be grateful, because it's been a long time coming. So I'm very happy.
And so who are the, sorry, I cut you off in that.
Oh yeah, what was we talking about?
Who are your people? Who have you gone to? Who's advised you, helped you?
Oh yeah, I really wanted to answer that because I feel like I've been blessed with like camaraderie, whatever the word is, between like female rap and not even just females. Like I be getting embraced by like the males too. It's really weird because I don't have that much experience with like the hate. Like people always DM me and give me my props. Like
who slid in Latto's DMs?
let me think. I know Cardi sent me a voice note before, and she was just saying like, don't mind them people, stop responding to them people. You know, I've been there, and she was just saying like, keep going, whatever. We got similar come ups like with the reality TV.
Right.
So she was just saying like, I've been there. Like, F them, get your money, do you. Bia DM me when I dropped my album, and she was just cool. She's so cool and like real down to earth. She was like, what my girl Bia say? She was like, she was just saying like, congrats on the album. A lot of people just tell me like, don't worry about the critics and the people who is just trying to provoke you. Just keep doing you because you giving them what they want. And I'd be like, yeah, it's easier said than done.
Right. It's hard.
And I cannot leave out Trina because Trina did my first look.
I love
that was my first big feature, and I was independent when she did that. So I was just like, Trina want to do a song with me, and then ever since then, like if I call her and I'm like, I want to bring you out to this show, she like, when? I'm there.
Love her.
Like, she don't play.
Yeah.
She do not play. And you know what's good about her? What's commendable about her is a lot of female rappers have that same story about her. Like it's not just me. She embraced every single girl, like not a hating bone in her body.
I love that. Yeah, I was definitely singing Trina songs when I was way too young.
And didn't even know what the
songs
we was talking about.
Look back.
I look back like, daddy,
right?
You look like, because my daddy a hip hop head. So when I told him I wanted to rap, like he making me, like he playing everybody videos for me, like making me study these people. And I'm looking back like he was really like playing this stuff for me at 8 years old. I'm like, I don't know if that was too appropriate, but you know.
Like I remember, like my family used to make me sing the thong song when I was like 4, because I didn't know what a thong was. Like I had no idea, and I was like thong, thong, and then somebody told me, and I never sung it again. I was like, I can't sing this.
That is funny.
But speaking on like these older rap songs, like what were you listening to? You said your dad's a hip hop head. Like what was coming up?
So my dad is from Ohio, so he very like Midwest. Yeah, he very Midwest.
Anybody from the Midwest out here? Okay.
So he loved his favorite group, artist, whatever, was Bone Thugs and Harmony. He loved Busy. He loved. I heard a lot of Pac growing up. He was very much a Pac fan. NWA. He loved Ice Cube. His favorite song is Today Was a Good Day.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah, is that okay? Today was a good day, all that. So I'm hearing all this stuff in the household, and I was actually blessed to have a dad. He actually listened to female rap too. So at the same time, my mama loved Lil' Kim. So I'm listening to all the females at the same time. So yeah, I grew up in like a pretty musical household. They didn't do music, but they listened to it a lot, whatever. And then it just registered with me when Nicki came out. And I was like, okay, the homework assignments that you giving me is cool, but I seen this girl come out with this black bob and this pink
I've been on
hair.
the train with the Wayne.
I said, oh, baby, I want to be like her.
Yeah, when I heard Itty Bitty Piggy, it was over for everybody.
My first, it wasn't even Itty Bitty Piggy for me. It was, people don't even be knowing about this. It was Mario's song called
the Breakup. Yes.
Breakup remix.
Yes.
And I remember I was in my mama's car. It's so crazy. This how you know like this is another example of hip hop's influence like culturally, because you can like connect the music with the time period, the smells, like you can see everything by just playing the song. Like when I play that song, I remember being in my mama Chrysler 300 sitting in the back seat, and I hear this girl on the radio, and I'm like, who is that? Who is that? So I'm remembering the lyrics. When we get home, I type the lyrics in on YouTube, find the song, and just like study the song until I knew her verse talked about it.
Oh my God, that's the way you did it. That was me with what was the one she had with Gucci? Slumber Party.
Slumber Party.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was mine. I was like,
how old was you, girl? Somewhere.
I don't age myself, but no, yeah, I was definitely young.
Yeah.
Thinking they were having pillow fights.
Right.
But clearly, it was a
real
different kind of
fight.
slumber
Like, yeah, let's have a slumber party. Yeah, it's a slumber party. Yeah, a slumber party.
That was kind of like when T-Pain did "Buy You a Drink." We in the bed,
Yeah,
like,
ooh,
and I was like, they're just hanging out, like,
right.
It's nothing. It's fine. It's fine.
That is hilarious.
So, did you guys were you like buying CDs? Or
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like I remember my dad having this what like a shelf thing
with the ones where you put all the
and he had everybody's CDs, like everybody's CDs. And I don't know if this just because he was like into cars or whatever, but he would still have like all the physical CDs because he would have these old school cars. Like he a big car dude or whatever, and he would put the CDs in the cars and we would like listen to the album. I stood in line for Pink Friday. They say I say that too much in my interviews, but baby, I'm gonna let you know. I stood in line for Pink Friday, so I was still buying albums my own self too.
What were your like favorites on that album?
Probably Roman's Revenge, obviously. You can't not say that. Blazing. Was Dear Old Nicki on Pink Friday? Dear Old Nicki was...
I was about to ask, was Did It on them on Pink Friday?
I think Dear Old Nicki was on Pink Friday. Okay. Dear Old Nicki.
The deep cuts.
I think... Yeah, cause Blazing, that's when she going, girl, I still can't. I try. I still can't.
She's an actress. Like, that woman is literally like
and I think that's what captivated me too. Like, I seen past the music. It was just like her as an artist, her as a woman. She was just so intriguing. Like, her whole brand, everything was like, it was deeper than music. Like, I mean, you see her influence to this day, so you know it.
Yeah,
like,
and I think like that was sort of the beginning of like, that was one of the first artists that we saw kind of like start to really capitalize on like social media, on YouTube, like in a major way. And like, I think obviously now we have, like I said earlier, like TikTok, Instagram, like all these social media channels that are like kind of helping artists. Like, we definitely, I would say, like have like an oversaturation of music, because at this point, like anybody can like make a SoundCloud account and like put up their songs. Like we've seen many people like pop off like that, right? And I think like that's one really, really pivotal thing about like the future of the genre too, is like that's not going anywhere. You know? And so like, how do you feel like social media like helped or maybe hurt like things for you? Like, what was the role of it?
I would say it did a little of both, honestly. I think it probably mostly helped, obviously. Like, Big Energy is, I just found out it's platinum in New Zealand. I'm like, what? I don't even know where that's on the map. So like, things like, I know that's because of social media. I've never been to New Zealand. I ain't never been, you know what I'm saying? So the reach is way bigger. And then just like connecting the face to the music, because like it's probably easier now, back in the day for artists, when you had to like, okay, I might hear the song on the radio, but I don't know what that person looked like. So making you a brand as well as your song, like matching the success of you as an artist to the song's success is probably easier too, because you can like connect the face to the song now. Right. Cons, my clapbacks, I don't know how to shut up sometimes. Cons, sometimes I get a little frustrated knowing, dang, I've been rapping since I was 8 years old, and such might have just blew up, got a platinum song and got signed. And you know, there was a lot of times where I would be like discouraged, like, dang, I came up, like I used to sell my CDs. You know
the compare and despair. That's
Mm-hmm. What else? Probably it's more pros than cons though. So I don't want to look at social media as like a bad thing. Yeah. Cause it helped me a lot.
Yeah. I think it like gives you ownership. Like I feel like before, when it came to like celebrities, like the only time you'd really see what was going on with them is when the paparazzi were chasing them around, or they called up the paparazzi. I don't know which it was, but those types of situations. Those types of situations, and like, you know, magazine interviews and things like that. But like now, like, you know, you were on vacation telling your managers to leave you the F alone. Right. On TikTok.
Yeah, I sure would.
And so like we get to see sort of these different sides of you, and like, you get to have more ownership over like your brand and your image and your likeness. And it's like, you know, I think that's, I guess it could be, do you think it's freeing? Do you think it's, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think you said freeing. Yeah, I think it is very freeing because you have like two hands on your career versus like maybe back in the day where it was more like executive PR, like telling you what to do, how to act, da da da. We can like be ourselves on social media and let the people just gravitate towards us. And also like you have the power to like push your own music through social media, like posting, like I'll put my caption will be my own lyrics, you know what I'm saying, and use my songs, make videos to my songs and stuff, versus maybe back in the day you waiting on the label to promote your music. Without social media, we can do it our own self with social media. So
exactly. And I think like one thing that I've noticed, especially with TikTok, is like creating hype on TikTok before you drop a song. Is that, I don't know, is that how it was?
I'm still trying to master it though. I'm still trying to master that. I don't got that all the way down. I be asking my little sister, she 19, so I be like, how I do this?
What are you kids doing these days?
Right. I be feeling old, like, girl.
Right, I know. I feel that's why when I asked you about CDs, I'm like, were you buying CDs?
Like, but I caught the tail end of that stuff. Like, oh, I got a little soul in me.
Right. I love that. So I want to kind of get back to like, I guess the industry as it pertains to hip hop. Like, obviously, I think within each genre, like there's things that are similar when it comes to what the behind the scenes is like, and there's things that are different. I guess specifically speaking on hip hop, like what would you say are some things that you sort of struggled with within the industry during your come up?
That I struggled with, I think being a female rapper is probably harder than being like a female pop artist. It's made to be so competitive, and you know what I'm saying. I've had instances. Well, I don't know. Maybe pop artists deal with this, but like I've spoken on like things like getting features cleared and stuff like that. I would like to say that it's harder being a female rapper than just being a female like pop artist or whatever, because we have a more like hands-on approach to our music. Like, you know, rap is like it come from the block, like on the corner, you know what I'm saying? So we got a
very personal.
Like, personal.
Very, yeah.
Versus so like manufactured. It's not a manufactured genre.
Right.
It's more come from freestyling and ciphers. Like it's more natural. It's an authentic.
It comes from struggle. Music. It comes from like poetry. It comes from these really like, and it's your identity. Like I feel like obviously hip hop is inextricable from blackness. So it's like it's something that was born out of this culture. So I could see that having its struggles.
Yeah. I don't want to diminish anybody else's experience,
of course,
at the same time, but I do think it's probably a little more difficult.
Yeah. And so what would you like hope to change, I guess, specifically within the genre to kind of like help artists coming up that are like you, maybe?
I hope they don't have to like, okay, female artists specifically, like things that I have spoken on in the past. I'm treading lightly here. Things that I've spoken on in the past about just being honest with my experiences in the industry and working with other male artists. I hope that they can speak on those things and not be painted as like clout chasing versus it just being shedding light on what we have to deal with that the consumer probably don't know. In order to get this song out, I had to X, Y, and Z and deal with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I hope people are more open ears to our experiences, and I hope maybe those experiences just go away in general, you know?
Right, so there wouldn't be anything to even happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like very brave of people like you to even like
Yeah.
open the door to that conversation, because it's like, how else are we supposed to like heal?
Right.
How else are we supposed, like, you can't fix a problem without addressing the fact that there is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think for you to come out and like say like that you've experienced these things is huge, right?
Yeah.
Like for somebody of your stature and like of your influence to say that, especially for younger rappers coming up to see that. Exactly.
To get a little insight on the things that's to come. Like, you gonna get tried. Unfortunately, people think that it's just how it goes as a female rapper, but we can rewrite that as well.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So our time is almost coming to a close, but before we do that, I want to do something kind of fun with you.
Okay.
And so you sound a little concerned.
I'm a little scared.
Okay, this is a hip hop pop quiz. No, I'm kidding. It's not.
Woo! Remember, I'm 23 now.
No, I wouldn't do you like that. Don't worry. So I'm gonna just do a couple of rapid fire questions.
Okay.
To kind of get your first thoughts.
Okay.
And so the beginning of the questions is going to be in 5 years, ... And then I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So in 5 years, who has Latto collabed with?
Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj, Nicki Minaj. That's my dream collab.
All three.
Right, yeah.
All three Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Okay. Where has Latto traveled?
I want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica. I'm obsessed with Caribbean culture, and specifically Jamaican.
Are we going to get some Caribbean music, maybe?
Maybe. And like some authentic jerk chicken and plantain.
I love all that.
You know what I'm saying? Aki and saltfish and Eki. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Brooklyn, and so we have a lot.
Yeah, see, they told me I got to get Jamaican food in Brooklyn.
You do, Crown Heights specifically.
Okay.
Yes, so definitely hit that up.
I'm going to call you when I'm in Brooklyn.
Call me up. I'll give you the spots. Okay, so in 5 years, what bad habit has Latto given up?
Responding to negativity on social media. Hopefully sooner than 5 years. Yeah. Like yesterday.
Yes, I think we can all learn from that. Even with my itty bitty 2,000 Twitter followers, sometimes I'll be ready to.
It's like, why do we feed into the negative comment, the 2 negative comments out of 300 positive comments? It's like, why am I even letting you get under my skin? Like, the concept is there, I just can't grasp it.
Yeah, I think it's ego. Like, I think it's hitting our ego.
Yeah.
Or like, I have to respond. Okay, so in 5 years, what good habit has Latto picked up?
Eating healthier, consistently. We on camera a lot, y'all, and people love to critique women's bodies, and if you let them, you will just drive yourself insane. So just like creating a healthier lifestyle, like exercising consistently, eating healthier consistently, yeah.
What is your guilty pleasure food?
Anything sweet. I got a bad sweet tooth. Every day I want ice cream in a waffle cone. Every day. Like,
gotta be a waffle cone, not
waffle
a cake cone.
Waffle cone only. Waffle cone only. Waffle cone. Dang, I'm finna go get me a.
You know what you're doing after this. And it's hot out. It's gonna hit.
Maybe I should blame it on the weather.
Okay, so I'm gonna add a caveat to the next question. Aside from Nicki Minaj, well, have you met Nicki Minaj already?
I haven't met Nicki, but I've had a little conversation with her.
Oh, okay, so that collab might be sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Okay, so aside from Nicki, who has Latto met in 5 years? Anybody you really want to meet?
Rihanna. Riri is just the it girl to me. She's just the it girl. Like, I want to meet Rihanna.
Yeah, I feel like everybody loves Rihanna. Like, if you don't like Rihanna, that's a red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag. For real, you can't trust a girl that don't like Rihanna. You can't.
Why?
You can't.
Why is she?
I feel like I can though. My girl got me in a little Savage Fenty.
Yes, I did peep that.
And she was listening to my song on live.
Wait, which one?
B from the South.
Oh, I love that.
So
this is closer than we think.
Call me, girl.
Call Latto up. Okay, and then the last one. What fantasy has Latto fulfilled?
What are we talking about?
Hey, take it where you want.
What fantasy has Latto fulfilled? Living my dreams. All this is a fantasy. Oh, I'm about to fulfill it on Sunday. I'm about to fulfill it on Sunday when I hit that stage.
Period. Tell them. And where are you hitting the stage? Let them know.
Baby, I'm going to be at the Billboard Awards, and I'm going to let you know now.
Absolutely.
I'm finna kill it. Finna, F-I-N-N-A, kill it.
Yes.
K-I-L-L-E-T, period.
That's how you spell it. That's it. Well, thank you so much, Latto. This has been a beautiful conversation.
Nina.
Give her a round of applause. Like, we love you so much, and wishing you all the best of luck.
Thank
in
you.
the
I
future
need
of
it.
hip-hop.
Y'all pray for me for Sunday, please.
Thank you.